Alright guys, so we're in my 23 Camaro 2SS 1LE. I just been driving it a little bit and I'm getting used to the car and I'm out of the break-in period, so I thought I'd take us for a spin. Got a couple different cameras in here, but got it all cleaned up and I figured we'd go for a quick ride. Start's always nice with the dual valve. I better make sure there's nothing outside of the car. So yeah, I'm really happy with the car. It's July 4th. And it's been raining like crazy, but it's finally dry. So I washed it real quick. And you hear the sticky tires pick up every gravel. Some other videos I did put the ZL1 style side skirts and rock guards, so that helps. I don't have as many rocks kicking up. The car's great though, I love it. I've probably got about 3,000 miles on it now. Follow the break-in procedure just the way you're supposed to. I haven't driven it all week just because of the weather, but I was driving it a good bit, especially once I got out of the break-in and was able to actually take it over 80 miles an hour and sort of rev the RPMs a little higher. Definitely more fun. So just go for a quick ride here. I got some twisties right outside of town here we can hit, and just kind of let y'all check it out. It is the 6-speed 6.2 liter naturally aspirated 2SS with the 1LE track package. Somebody spilled a bunch of gravel in the road. The auto rev match feature in this car. I pretty much run that at all times. And the stock exhaust, I mean, you gotta love the crackles and the pops. I'm sure we will hit some traffic during this little outing, so I'm not going to be hooning all over the place, but just wanted to kind of get you guys a feel for the interior of the car. I already need to kind of clean it up a little bit, but pretty refined. The Alcantara steering wheel, I love the shift knob seats. If I had one complaint about this car, it would be these ventilated seats. I've read on the forums, Camaro 6 and all that, it's a pretty common complaint. They're not cooled seats, they're ventilated seats, which means apparently there's two fans. One does the butt and one does the back. Sometimes, like right now, I've got it on full blast on my seat, and it feels like I've got like a menthol rub on my back right now. It feels cool. I feel this minty fresh sort of feeling, and I have zero complaint. If that's what I got, that's what I got. Other times, excuse me, I can put that thing on full blast and you don't feel anything. So I'm not sure if really I should run this back to a Chevy dealer and say something. I honestly, I hate taking my vehicles to a dealership. I'm the kind of guy who will buy a car, and you know, you guys have seen I have a lift, I've got my garage, I've got enough mechanical knowledge just to be dangerous, and I like to fix my own stuff. However, you know, I did spend a lot of money on this car, and it's brand new, so there's definite warranty there. However, I also read that this is kind of a common complaint, that the ventilated seats aren't that impressive. But, like I said, right this minute, as we speak, this feels awesome. I've got this cool sensation right up my back. The problem is it's not consistent. It's not always like that, and I'd like to know why. I've raised the seat all the way up, and I've turned the car on, I've turned the fans on, and I can reach under there and I can feel, you can see the fan, you can feel it spinning. So I know it's working. It just doesn't seem like it works all of the time. It seems like it's hit or miss, and so I'm not real certain why that is. At any rate, you know, at this point, I think that's my only complaint. Well, I do have another complaint, but that's to be expected. The tires, the Goodyear Eagle Supercar 3s or whatever they are, flat out scary in the rain. And I never dreamt of driving this car in the rain, but I work out of town, and if I'm out of town in the car, you might get caught in some rain, and I have been caught in the rain, and it's absolutely sketchy. However, dry roads and warm weather, fantastic grip. So very confidence inspired in good conditions. Confidence inspiring, that is, when conditions are right for the tires. I can't really log that as a complaint, simply because these tires aren't made for the wet. So, and I knew that going in. Am I going to trade for something different? Probably not. Probably not. I really like the tires' performance in the dry and the warm, and really that's the only time I really want to be driving this car anyway. So getting caught in the rain, you just gotta slow way down and very gentle inputs to controls. I've definitely lost all grip, you know, at intermittent points when driving in the rain. So you just have to be very careful and be smart. Definitely not the ideal rubber for rainy conditions, though. So that said, everything else about the car I absolutely love. You're hearing that exhaust pop. I mean, it just doesn't get any better than that. I had the Vet, the C6 Z06 before this. Spent a pile of money for heads, cam, intake, exhaust, all that. And yeah, it had the pops, but this is bone stock, guys. The only thing I've done to this car is the tint and the rock guards. Pass, and right this car is just made to run. Very, very happy with the purchase. It's been solid. I followed the break-in to a T. Changed my oil at 500 exactly miles, and then rear diff and oil again at exactly 1,500 miles. And so now I'm creeping up. I'm somewhere in between 1,500 and 5,000. I'll just be changing the oil every 5,000. That's easy. Oil is cheap insurance for, you know, a car that is $55,000, $60,000. You know, I want to take care of it. I plan on keeping this car for a long time. You talk to any of my buddies, they're like, when are you going to sell it? Well, because I always sell my cars pretty quick. This one, I don't think so. Special order, brand new. Waited, I don't know, 8 or 9 months from the time I ordered to the time I picked it up. And got the exact color I wanted, the exact packages I wanted, the exact options I wanted. And this is it. This is my little sports car. It's not going anywhere. I love the shark skin metallic, silver, whatever you want to call it, shark skin metallic paint, and the black wrapped hood is so sexy to me. The car is just muscle. You look at it, it's muscle. You listen to it, it's muscle. You drive it, it's muscle. Now, like I said, I had that C6 Z06. That car was a beast. Had a lot of work done to it, and it was a monster. But again, I had a lot of work done to it. The guys down at Race Proven Motorsports in Delaware, they're LS experts, Corvette C6 especially experts, and I felt very confident having those guys work on that car. And I sent it down there and it spent a week with those guys, and they did their thing, and it came back and it was amazing. But it was a raw power. The Z06, just, you know, 7-liter raw power, and I can't remember. I think they got it up to 550 some horsepower to the wheels, which was completely fun and amazing. But the car just wasn't, you know, especially comparing the interiors, hands down, this is a much nicer interior. The Vette, the seats were leather and no real side bolstering, so if you were hanging corners in it, which it would do without a problem, you weren't, it was hard to stay in the seat almost. These Recaros with the Alcantara, they got the really pronounced side bolstering here, if you can see that, and hug your hips and your thighs and everything. You're planted in this car. Again, in the dry and the warm, this car is very confidence inspiring. I've definitely had the G meter up, you know, up in the 0.8s so far, and really it definitely felt like it had some more in it. And again, like I said, I'm right around 3,000 miles right now, so the tires are still nice and sticky and working well. Everything's working well. I like to run it in track mode. I like the track mode steering. It's heavier. The track mode suspension, it's a little stiffer. And of course the exhaust is always in track mode because my neighbors are car guys too, and they don't mind when it's loud going down the road early morning in the neighborhood. They have all got loud, nice sports cars too. So we've taken a couple trips with it. Went to Fredericksburg, Virginia. That was a lot of fun. If you know about Route 250 in West Virginia, fantastic pavement and lots of turns. This road here is great. We're going to get down here a little ways and probably turn around. I've got caught behind some slow traffic here, no big deal. Just kind of talking about the car and enjoying some nice weather out. So, I don't like where the traction control button eventually I'll look down and see my traction control's off. I might not want it to be off at that point in time. So I feel like that's not a great place for that. You get a year's worth of free Sirius XM radio. That's cool. CarPlay and whatever the Android equivalent of that is. I use Apple, so CarPlay is great. So I use my maps on there if I need to. But I've been listening to Sirius while I'm in this car because it's free for a whole year, and that's most cars you only get like 3 months. So I thought that was cool. I bought this from Criswell Chevrolet in Gaithersburg, Maryland. A buddy of mine used to be a service advisor there, and I called him up and I said, "Hey, what? I know they're one of the biggest vet dealerships on the East Coast, even of the country." And so I called him up. I said, "Hey, what kind of volume do you do on Camaros? Because I'm thinking about ordering one." And he put me in touch with one of their salesmen. His name was Russell. Super great guy, very helpful throughout the entire process. I didn't bug him, but he told me don't even get excited for at least 6 months, and that was true to form. So as 6 months came and went, he would call me and let me know if anything was changing. Of course, I checked in with the chat, the live chat on the Chevy website to check the status of my orders, because I figured bother them, it won't really matter. But and then finally came in, I think it came in late January of 23, but we didn't have the weather to actually go get it. With these tires, you don't want to drive them less than really 40 degrees. So just lucked out to have a pretty decent weekend late February, and I just said, okay, we're coming down to get it. And we came down and got it and drove carefully home, and basically it got garaged because I live at 3,600 feet in elevation, and we have terrible winter weather half the year, so I knew I wasn't going to get to drive it much, that early in the year, so it got put away. I did the Adams polish, graphene coating on it before it ever hit the street. You can hear all those stones kicking up from the sticky tires. It's just how it is. But we should be pretty clear of traffic here, and maybe we can be a little more spirited through the twisties. And now I use all the Adams stuff when I wash it. Refreshes that ceramic coating. And that stuff's great, man. The water just beads real nice. And I feel like it's good protection. So I'll shut up and drive. So much fun. I mean, really. The dead pedal is just perfect to, you know, stomp on that thing and you're really locked into these seats. And this wheel is perfect with the D-cut on the bottom. The dashboard is nice. I love the 4 digital gauges in the middle of the 2 analog gauges. I mean, it's just I feel like they really did a good job on the 6th gen here, and they had the different front ends over the years there of the 6th gen, but I really like the SS with the thinner top grille. It just looks mean, looks angry, and the car is just fun. It is really fun. It sounds great. You guys can hear that. Hopefully this translates out to the video. So we're coming up on the big windmills here, Backbone Ridge. This is outside of Davis, West Virginia, Davis and Thomas. And we do Jeeping around here too. If you haven't seen any of those videos, you're into the off-road scene. We do some mild trails, nothing crazy, no rock gardens to speak of, but some mud puddles, you know, which is fun. But I gotta get my pavement fixed. I don't race bikes anymore, and having this car is really, really fun, and I'm super happy with it. So thanks a lot for joining me, guys. You got any questions or anything, hit me in the comments. Hopefully the sound is good in this. This will be my first time using my lavalier mics, so hopefully you can hear that exhaust crackle, snap, crackle, pop. But look forward to more. I'll be putting up some videos of some regular maintenance and stuff. I've got some clips of the differential change, and I know I had to search a good bit to find a good tutorial on that, so I didn't screw anything up. It ain't hard. Changing the oil, definitely not hard. And if you're an actual track guy and track your car, I'm sure you know all about it. But telling you what, having the lift and the lift points on this car makes things a lot easier. So highly recommend those lift points, even if you're just using jacks. Race ramps are another thing that a lot of guys buy. They're pretty spendy, but you can drive up on them. They're that high density foam or whatever, and you can get the car up off the ground a foot or two, and enough to at least squeeze under to change your fluids and whatnot. So at any rate, thanks for joining me. It turned into a beautiful day for a quick jaunt down the highway, and I look forward to hearing some comments. If you guys want, leave them down below.